If you're looking to add a serious wow factor to your Halloween display this year, I've got just the thing for you. A spooky Halloween window projection. And I'm going to show you how to do it without turning your house upside down with curtains, drapes, or window treatments that you can easily install and will look aesthetically pleasing.
For this, you'll need a projector, some chiffon style curtain material,
and a window. So let's start with the projector. You can buy projectors now pretty inexpensively. This one is currently under 70 bucks on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below, and has one important feature: a USB slot for plugging in a memory stick. This is going to save you a whole lot of time when it comes to setting up your Halloween display, because you won't have to connect anything via the HDMI slot.
If you have a different style of projector without this feature, you'll need a TV stick, laptop, or media player that you can connect via an HDMI cable.
Next, you're going to want to choose the perfect window. So I'm going to use this window here, which is in our dining room, just as an example, just because it gives me the space to do what I need to do. Okay, to start with, I'm just going to put the projector on this table. Then I'm going to see if I can get this image to fill the window. Just dropping this little foot down because the projection needs to be lifted up a little bit. It's always trial and error with these things. Okay, that looks pretty good. So the next thing that we're going to do is hang the scrim in the window. Now, you can do this a bunch of different ways, but conveniently, this window just happens to have a curtain treatment that acts like a scrim.
But what is scrim, I hear you ask? Scrim is an open mesh material that is semi-transparent. It'll stop enough of the image from the projector to allow it to be visible from the other side, as well as allowing you to see objects behind the screen, which makes it perfect for projecting ghosts.
I'm gonna need to move this chair out of the way a little bit. Now I'm gonna mess with the focus. And then fully turn the lights off to see what's really going on. That is looking good. Now I'm gonna head to my computer and get some content.
There's lots of content out there on YouTube that you can use, but for the best ghosts, you're going to want to find videos with black backgrounds. I've shared a link to my favorite in the description below.
So I've copied the video over, and in fact it's the only video on the stick, because I don't want the loop to pick up another video or anything else. I want it to just loop this video. Depending on how your projector's set up to work, if you put multiple videos on the stick, it may play them in turn and then loop around. But for the purposes of this example, I'm just going to use one video. And on this projector, I navigate to Movie, USB, and then it shows me the video. Here it is. It says it's loading it and playing it. Okay, so I'm heading outside to see what it looks like. The one issue, however, if you move around, is that you can see the source of the projection. And that's something that we don't want to have happen. So I'm back inside. In order to solve for that, I'm gonna actually move the projector onto the floor to get it below the level of the windowsill.
As you can see with the projector below the windowsill, you can't see the glare from the lens anymore, and the effect is pretty cool. But I've got one more trick up my sleeve to make this look even better. I'm going to show why I really like scrim for this and not like a reverse projection screen or an opaque projection screen, because you can see through the scrim to the other side. So I'm going to add some candles. With the candles added, it creates much more depth to the scene. You can see past and through the ghost and into the room behind, and the whole thing just looks so much more spooky. It's also worth noting that it looks very cool on the inside as well. You can't, on the inside, see where the projection is coming from. You can just see the candles and the projection in the room. And because it's hitting the scrim, you can see the window outside behind it. And so it really does give it the sense that there's something ghostly floating there. Now, obviously you can do this with a bunch of different windows and different window styles. So I'm gonna go and do it to a different window in my house just to show you a different option. So I'm gonna use this window here in this example. It doesn't have all those cross beams, it's just got one in the center. We're gonna use a slightly different approach. A chiffon style curtain and a telescoping curtain pole. I put the pole in place, straighten out the curtain.
So ignore the creases, because this probably needs ironing. But you can now see that that's fitted in there quite nicely. And it looks aesthetically pleasing. We could even add some additional candles here. So it looks fine from the inside. And then I'm going to add the projection. So right now you can see that the projection goes way past the sides of the window. But I chose the projection I did because typically the content is in the center. So we're just going to do a bit of adjusting. That looks about right. Let's turn off the lights. So that is actually looking really good right now. So what I'm going to do, check it from the outside. Really happy with the way this is looking. You can see there's light on the inside of the house. You can see that there's stuff going on, and there's this ghost floating in front on the window. I love it.
Projection is a great tool for creating awesome realistic effects. And we used more advanced versions of this method in our Ghostbusters themed Halloween haunt and in our Jurassic World experience. You can see behind the scenes of the creation of these experiences by watching these videos when they become available.